We're sitting here with my friend and NRA News commentator, Colion Noir. And Colin, you and I were kind of talking a little bit off camera. You're born and raised in Texas.
Born and raised in Texas.
So you are already aware that, you know, if you are bringing your firearm to work, you can keep it in your car, which is why I thought it was really funny, and we were kind of chuckling about it, because State Senator Wendy Davis was saying, well, I have a new idea. I really want to expand concealed carry, and my new policy idea is to allow people to bring their firearms to work. It's just, you know, they can keep it in their car.
That's interesting, because I've been doing that. So either I've been breaking the law, or she's giving me the ability to do something that I've already had the ability to do.
Yeah,
so I'm a little confused about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it was the law that I mean, you would think that somebody who's in Austin, state lawmaker, is going to be paying attention to what comes through the Capitol building there.
You know what to say about Austin?
Huh?
You know what to say about Austin?
What do they say about it? I don't know. I've only been here for 5 weeks.
Oh,
what
yeah,
do they
really?
say?
Oh, yeah, man, yeah. Austin is a little weird in Austin.
I hear that,
Yeah,
but you think that if you're a lawmaker there, that you'd pay attention to the bills that are coming across the desk.
You underestimate the weirdness.
I'm still learning all this new stuff about Texas. One of the differences that I've noticed with my home state, Missouri, and Texas, and I have a bone to pick with some of the people here in Texas, because gun laws are more lax in Missouri than they are in Texas.
Oh,
I can open carry my pistol in Missouri, but I cannot do that here in Texas. Why is that, Colin?
That's because we've been living a lie here. People think that Texas is almost the equivalent of like the Wild Wild West, where you can just kind of run around and do whatever you want with your gun. You can't do that in Texas. Texas actually is, like you said, actually more restrictive gun-wise than some other places. You can't open carry. You can your
long guns.
But that's even barely.
Yeah.
You do that, you're still going to find yourself with some issues. So Texas kind of has this weird duplicity in terms of their firearm identity, where we kind of have this long drawn idea that, oh yeah, we're the Wild Wild West to a certain extent, but then you really look at the laws on the books, it's like not the case.
Yeah. Why are people so opposed to that? I honestly think that people are trying to, I wish people were a little bit more desensitized if they would see an open carry firearm. It's not like it's going to jump up and bite you.
Yeah, I think there's always been that third wall for a lot of people. You know, when you think firearms, you think, okay, I've seen them in movies. Most people who aren't really gun people, their relationship with guns comes from the media, from TVs, from movies and things like that. So there's always that third wall. There's always that sense of protection. You know, whatever happens there in that vacuum.
Right.
Then when they see it in reality, it kind of startles them a little bit.
Right.
And so I think it takes some getting used to, which is why I'm not against the idea of open carry like some people are.
Yeah.
Some people think, oh, they're hurting our cause, et cetera, but I don't really agree with that. I think that the more people see it, the more accepted it'll be.
Exactly. Yeah, I always feel super safe when I see somebody open carry. I want to go sit by that person and enjoy my movie or my hamburger or something.
Even above and beyond that in a lot of ways, because a lot of people really kind of like to throw me in this ultra political box.
Yeah.
I see someone open carrying, I think it's kind of cool from the standpoint of I want to know what kind of gun they're carrying.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
Because I'm at
Why'd
that point,
they choose
I'm like,
that one?
exactly. I'm like, okay, what type of person? Kind of like a car, the car that somebody drives.
Right.
You know,
that's
it's
exactly
kind of like, oh, they drive that. It's kind of like if you saw me and then like I left here in a Prius.
It's brand.
It intrigued you.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no, no, you don't drive a Prius.
I don't drive a Prius.
Thank heavens. Okay, you scared me.
Absolutely don't drive a Prius.
I wanted to ask you too about some of the, because you do great work with NRA News, and you were I saw you and some of your remarks discussed on a few different websites, because what you do really gets out there and goes viral. And we were just, we're observing Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., everything that he's contributed to the civil rights movement, and one of the things that was brought up too is that he would be against gun control.
Against gun control?
Yeah.
I do believe he'd be against gun control.
I mean, was it true that he was denied a permit a few times?
Yeah, he was.
Wow.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
I think it was the time after his house was firebombed, he registered for a concealed handgun license, was denied, and then after the fact decided, so I believe it was the Ministers of Defense or something to that effect.
Right.
They then became his quasi bodyguard detail service.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, and that's when I see that discussed and I see that fact and that news rejected so vehemently by, our political brethren that are not on our same side. They don't really like it when you bring that up and you remind them, look, not everybody's on the same page with.
Because it flies in the face of what they want Martin Luther King Jr. to be.
Exactly.
And I think he was a complete and unadulterated pacifist when he wasn't. This
Right.
was peaceful, nonviolent resistance.
Right. You believe in defense of your family,
Exactly.
but in order to promote your cause and advocate for your cause,
that's where he took a
exactly.
nonviolent stance.
Exactly.
Yes,
I wish that people could understand that nuance, but it escapes folks. But hey, I want to ask you, because you have a new show coming up.
Yes, I do.
Tell me about it. What's up? What's going on with your new show?
The new show is called Noir, and basically, a lot of people really want to take what I've been doing, and it is political for all intents and purposes, but they just want to keep me in this ultra politicized box when it comes to firearms. I've always had the mind of approaching firearms from a cultural standpoint. I don't even think the gun should be politicized, because I really don't.
Amen.
It's something as intimate as your gun purchase is a personal issue.
Right.
It's not a political one. And on top of that, there is a gun culture in America that people are trying to deny exist, which is why we have the movies we have and why we talk about them the way we have. And so on Noir, what we're doing is we're taking my generation and the way we look at firearms and then throwing them in a basket of pop culture and all the things that we find interesting and wrapping them together, and you get Noir.
So when does this premiere?
We're looking at somewhere in the area of March.
I love it. Well, congratulations. You do such great work. I really
much.
cannot wait to see what you do with this. And it's just called
It's going to be
Noir.
awesome. It's just called Noir.
Love it.